Moving on, if we just pop back out to the main home screen, next in the list to look at is the calendar. And you can see here, if we just go back to the month view, we've got a few different appointments set up with each of the days that have got this little corner marker. So if we just tap on today, you get today's test appointment that you can see there, and also the weather. And we get the weather for the next few days. If we just flick through, you can see all different appointments show up, and also the weather as well for about 4 or 5 days in advance, which is quite handy. Next, if you follow the stock market, we've got the stocks screen here. You can preset all the different stocks that you follow to be shown. You don't have to have the ones that are shown here. Next on the list is photos and videos. So we've got all our different photos here that we've taken. These ones are actually HTC's preset pictures, just to show you what it looks like. And then one I've taken there of a BlackBerry. In the top right corner here, you can see you've got a little camera and video camera icon. So if we just hit one of those, it will take us into either the photo or video camera. So we'll just put something out to take a photo of here. Let's see. There's actually a cool tap to focus feature that we're seeing on more and more touchscreen handsets now. So we can actually tap on the BlackBerry in the picture there, and it'll allow me to focus specifically on the BlackBerry, and then just touch the shutter button at the side there to take a photo. You can see we've got back, oops, just clicked off of it. Once we take a photo, we've got the back button, the gallery button, delete button, also a share button. So we just hit the share button, you can see we can upload to Facebook, save to our HTC Footprints app, send via MMS or send via email. So there's quite a few different options there for us to share our photographs once we've taken them, or we can just delete them, or we can go straight into the gallery to view all our different photos. So if we just go into the photo there, you can see we can then flick through and look at all the photos that we've got on the handset, which is pretty nice. Okay, so as you can see, the next HTC Sense home screen is the music screen. And we can basically play all our music directly in this screen. We don't need to open any kind of media player elsewhere. We can just go straight to the screen and hit the play button, and straight away you can see the music starts playing through the speakerphone on the back here. Obviously if you've got headphones connected, it'll play through those instead. We can also pause the music and skip through the playlist that we've got open at the moment. And recently, on the last couple of HTC Windows Mobile devices, we've had these shortcut keys at the bottom throughout all the different menus. This one has this menu button here for adding to playlist, shuffle and repeat, all different functions like that, as well as an audio booster, which is I think like an equalizer. Just open that up. It only works when the headphones are plugged in, fine. And also we've got a library down the bottom left corner here, so you can actually view the music that's now playing, view artists, albums, playlists, all songs, genres, composers and purchase music. If you flick back to playlist, you can see we can actually create a playlist on here. We can add songs to this one here. Just flick straight through and then just pick a song that we want to add in. So we'll just have that one. And you can see any album art just gets shown up straight away at the bottom there. And that'll actually show as we try and play the music in the application itself. So it's quite a handy little music player. Don't really need to go any further than that, and as you use the player you can actually turn the screen off as well to save power. And then you can obviously adjust the volume with the volume keys on the side here. So there's no need to actually really open up any media player at all. Moving on from that, we've got the weather application or weather pane of the HTC Sense. And you can see the weather sort of spans the whole screen to give you a more sort of involved view of it. You can see it says 1 of 7 here, and we can actually flick through just by swiping upwards and downwards on the display, and we can preset whichever cities we like. We haven't got to have London and Barcelona. You can actually preset any cities you like to view the weather for, and just flick through as many as you want. So we've got 7 set up at the moment there. We also get this nice forecast view here, and we've got the highs and lows displayed as well if we really care that much about the weather. Otherwise we can move on to the Twitter pane. You can see we've got just a fairly simple, easy to use Twitter feed there, so you can just straight in the top here enter it using the same keyboard as the SMS and email editors, and then just update straight away. We can even just hit this camera key here and add any photos that we've taken, which is quite handy. You can also add your location as well with this button next to that. Next on the list is the Footprints application or Footprints pane of the HTC Sense. And again, you can just flick through these photos and take your own photos as well. It doesn't have to be the ones in here. You can go to other places of interest, take a photo and add them to the footprints. You can then rate them add different details, and also the coordinates get added as well from the GPS antenna that's built into the HD Mini. And you can add voice notes and also, as I said, text notes as well. So that's a pretty handy little application. Again, all of these different panes of the HTC Sense menu can be removed as well, or reorganized, so you don't have to have them in this order, and you don't have to have all of the panes that are shown here. And that can be set from within the settings menu. It can be adjusted, and all the settings are available here as well. So really, you can pretty much do everything on the phone just using this HTC Sense menu. I mean, if you wanted to really delve into the Windows mobile interface, you can hit the Windows key, and obviously you've got access to more apps like the YouTube player and different things from there. But for most of the functions of the phone, really, you don't tend to need to open this menu at all. You can also see here we've got the Windows Mobile Marketplace as well. And that just lets us download more apps for the phone if we don't have enough apps on the phone. If there's something specific that you want, you can actually go straight into the Windows Marketplace and download them. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to quickly show you the People pane of HTC Sense. As you can see here, we've got various different contact icons. This is basically all our favourite contacts that I've put in here. And to add another one, you can see we just can go down and tap on a pane to add favourite. So we just open up our contact list here, and we can just pick whichever contact we want. So if we just go, for example, for this one, and then we can pick the default action to be taken when we tap their contact image as well. So in this case, mobile number we can put. You can see it shows the little mobile phone in the bottom right hand corner there. Now on this contact icon, you can see there's a little office block next to it. Might be a bit hard to see on the camera, but basically that means his work number is the default action when you tap his photo. Gollums is his home number, so there's a little house next to the phone. The Android Authority logo here, you can see, has a little message next to it for email, and Darth Tater has SMS as his default action. So if we tap on Darth's photo there, you can see that opens up the SMS composer for us to quickly send him a message. We can also flick through to his details from here, and also any emails he's sent or updates from Facebook, and call history as well just from him. Or we can go back, and for example, if we wanted to call Darth Tater instead of messaging him, we can just tap on his name beneath his photo, and that opens us straight up in the details, so we can then just pick to either call his mobile number, send him an SMS, or send him an email. So it's a pretty easy system to use. As I say, pretty easy to just add a contact as you saw there. But there is also voice dial if you wanted to use voice dial to make things a bit easier, or you can just go all people with a little soft key at the bottom and go straight into our full contact list to view all of our contacts. You can also navigate the contacts list at the side here using this bar, just to scroll down to the letter you want and then let go. Or you can hit the little search key at the top here and actually enter the text to dial the person that you specifically want. Also, you can go into the dialer just by hitting the send key here, and you can just dial a number or search for a specific contact with Smart Dial. So there you can see we tapped 786, which links to coordinates with SUM on the keypad, and it's brought up some guy. So you can also even set speed dials as well, so you can have a speed dial for number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Voicemail you can see is set to number 1 though. So anyway, that's the HTC HD Mini, their latest Windows Mobile 6.5 phone. I've been Russ Jeffries from MobileBurn.com.